Okay, it's been a while since I've done a FSD video, so let's do one. This will be kind of long, um, showing the capabilities of version 12.3 and the implications of it driving. I get a please pay attention to the road constantly. That's really annoying. And that's really because of the NTSB. So, whoever complained, I'd like to meet them. Tell them this is crap. So I've got the speed set to their auto. I forgot what it is. It's not relative. It's supposed to go with the flow of traffic. I'm not sure about it because when I get on the highway, it automatically goes 10 miles an hour over. And I guess, that's typically how the traffic drives on the highway, but that's certainly not the speed that I want it going. So I have to adjust the speed constantly on the highway. Now this entire road here is under construction. So it has kind of a difficult time getting out. Then you can see all the traffic cones. The paint, good luck seeing paint on this road. And as you can see, it's driving it quite well. Version 11, I would never let version 11 drive this road. There's absolutely no way version 11 could handle it. It's also supposed to see some potholes and bumps and slow down for that stuff. I can say that it did slow down for the train tracks yesterday, which that was nice. I don't really know if it's missing potholes or not, but it does seem to slow down for this corner. Even though the speed limit's 55, you can see this road is not capable of doing 55. I don't have a glass mount for my phone right now, so I'm just holding it with my hand. So sorry if I'm making you sick. But you can see there's a ditch, there's a berm, retaining walls. They got all kinds of stuff on this road. And the car actually handles it quite well. I've been moderately impressed with 12. Version 11 was horrible. I came into the program at the tail end of version 9, and basically my first real experience was version 10. 10 was 100% better than 11. 11 was terrible. So I'm really hoping so far it feels like 12 has gone back to what 10 was. So we'll see. Version 11 was terrible. Version 11 would freak out on this road. It could not drive this road. Version 11 would change lanes like a 15-year-old looking for a place to go, just flipping back and forth, back and forth. You notice the brights keep kicking on and off. I think that's because of the barrels. They won't stay on. They just keep kicking on and off. I haven't found a solution for the automatic headlights. At this next intersection, version 11 would never pull out because of the highway traffic. So I'm not real sure what version 12 is going to do. So this will be interesting. So you've got a service road, and then you got highway traffic over there. Well, the highway traffic, oh jeez. Actually, there's a lot of construction going on through here, so that's probably helping. It still doesn't get on the highway. I mean, I should be doing 70 by now. In order to merge in with 75 mile an hour traffic, and as you see there, it's doing 80. It's showing that it's going to go 85, which way too fast. But they still need to work on getting on the highway. Then in the highway, it has a tendency to move over into the left-hand lane and then stay there. That still exists. It started in version 11. And it still exists in version 12. Once it moves into the left-hand lane, that's it. It never moves back to the right-hand lane, which in traffic, in Texas, that's incorrect. The left-hand lane is for passing only. Now, there's a lot of idiots that hang out in the left-hand lane, like the guy ahead of us. But technically, that's wrong, and you can get a ticket for it. So it moves over to the left-hand lane to go around this car. And it'll probably go around the truck. And the only way it'll move to the right-hand lane is if it runs into slower traffic in the left-hand lane. I really need it to move back to the right-hand lane once it completes the pass. I'm sure there's a lot of Texas drivers that would say, well, I'm about to pass this next guy too, so that's why I was in the left-hand lane. And to be truthful, Texas traffic is so heavy that you typically are trying to pass another car. So, see the speed limit change? It went from 75 to 70, and it's just 10 miles an hour more. So now I've got to adjust it down. I only like to do a couple miles an hour over. So now I'm in the left-hand lane, going too slow. And I mean, I can put in my blinker and move over myself, but the car should do this automatically. So, still not moving over. And it definitely should have moved over by now. You can see the person behind us is pretty slow. It's going to give me a strike if I don't watch out. That's the other thing. Just because I look down at the display, it says pay attention. And if I look down at this display twice or 3 times, it'll give me a strike. The NTSB is really screwing this program up. I know it's beta. I know I have to pay attention. I know my hand has to be on the steering wheel. And I have to be ready to take over at a moment's notice. And I can. But I also have a need to look down at the screen. I don't know. Just seems to me like there's a bunch of other entities telling the NTSB what to do. So the highway separates into, this lane will separate into 2 different lanes up here. The highway becomes a 3-lane highway. I really wish it would stay in the center lane. It's about 50-50. Sometimes it stays in the center lane, sometimes it goes to the left lane. Today it's going to go to the left. I really wish it would stay in the center. And so now I am definitely in the passing lane. And I'm not passing anybody. And I really need the car to move over now. Nah, it's 3:54 a.m. in the morning, so we're not talking about a ton of people. But it really should have been in the middle lane. Now this truck's coming over, and the car's going to slow down for it. I guess because the car doesn't know how far over the truck's going. It does that all the time. It'll start slowing down for somebody. It's trying to be too nice. This is Texas. You can't be nice. If you're nice, you're always going to be last. So I'll let it go, but we definitely should not be in this lane. Eventually, it's got to move over anyway because we're about to exit. So I thought the rain wasn't supposed to come in until 5 a.m. I guess it's early. So here we are, 2.5 miles from our turn, and it does finally move over one lane. On FSD 10 and 9, they had an option to move over to the right-hand lane, to move out of the passing lane. That option disappeared in version 11, and they really need to bring that back. They also, in version 9 and 10, had an option to not allow automatic lane changes. That was really needed in version 11. So far in version 12, it still wants to change lanes quite a bit, but not as bad as version 11. Version 11 just constantly wanted to change lanes, just period. It was moving back and forth, back and forth. It's putting on its blinker faster now, and it's getting over faster, for exits. Version 11 would still be in the left-hand lane right now, and I'd be going, okay, are you going to start exiting? At least with version 12, it's now in the proper lane, and it's ready to exit, and our exit's coming up. So it turned on the blinker a lot further back than version 11 ever did, which is nice because you want people behind you to know. That's the whole point of blinkers. You want people behind you to know what you're doing. Version 11 almost would miss this. It's got to cut across two different lanes. So it's going to cut across one, and then two, and then it has to get into a right-hand turn lane. Version 11 would be in the left-hand lane right now, and it would be shooting across 3 lanes. So at least version 12 is trying. And this center white stripe throws it off every now and then too. So we have a red light. Nobody coming, but the light turned green. It was going to go, though. It was going to go on red, because there was nobody coming. You have to watch that, though, because I know that the cameras don't see out as far as Texas drivers drive. As fast as they drive, they can come up on you really quick. So at those turns, I really have to watch to make sure the car doesn't pull out in front of somebody. So this road used to be 2 lanes after this light, and they widen it now to 6 lanes. And because, I don't know if it was because it was new or because there was so much concrete, version 11 used to use all 3 of these lanes. It used to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it would just start weaving back and forth. Version 12 so far has not. It seems to be staying in the center lane, this is right where I want it to be. We're going to take a left up here in about a mile, and it'll need to move over to the left-hand lane, which it will. But until we get there, I personally like to drive right here in the middle lane. I'll watch this back and see how bad the audio is. I may have to re-record the audio. If not, I may just upload this as is. I don't know how far we've gone, but we've been driving for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and I have yet to intervene. I haven't turned on a blinker. I haven't touched a pedal. It's got to take a left here. So I should get in the left-hand turn lane and should turn left. Now, I mean, so just because I haven't had to intervene, the question is, should I have, right? On the highway, I think that I should have. I don't know why it's stopping here. That's interesting. It shows a stop sign here for some reason. I don't know why I showed a stop sign. So I would say on the highway I should have intervened and at least turned on a blinker, right? And moved over out of the passing lane. But for the most part, it made it all the way here. Yeah, it's confused. Parking lots. They're still going to work on parking lots. So, that would have not happened with version 11. I would have had to intervene on the road that we just left. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you're still here. If so, I appreciate it. Subscribe for more.